Hello, and welcome to the Marginal Mind Matters podcasting series on social exclusion, and it's presented by me, Siobhan Henry, and produced by Karen Westman. If you're joining us for the first time, Marginal Mind Matters, also known as Margins, is a registered not-for-profit company, and our approach is to help marginalized groups cope with the inner suffering of social exclusion, and we do this through self-help and support groups. So what is social exclusion? Well, social exclusion is referred to by many names, and marginalization is just one, and that is why we call ourselves margins. Social exclusion is being treated unequally because of your race, gender, class, caste, sexual orientation, religion, or nationality, and it shapes how we think and feel. So if we're not aware that we're socially excluded, then we can't face our thoughts or feelings, and we can't do anything about it. The systems of discrimination force us into social exclusion, and they tell us every day that that is where we belong and that is where we should stay. So this podcast is about showing the socially excluded that we can escape social exclusion and achieve the lives we want, but we need to face the inner struggle of social exclusion before we can do that. So our mission is to help empower one socially excluded person at a time, in the hope that we will eventually lift all of marginalized society. Each week, we will choose one emotion that relates to the internal struggle of being socially excluded, and we will do 4 things. First, we will define what this emotion is. Second, we will explain what purpose this emotion serves in society. Third, we will explain what happens when we feel this emotion. And lastly, we will explain how to free ourselves from that emotion. In this podcast, we will be discussing the emotion of apathy. So what is apathy? Well, apathy is feeling indifferent. It's lacking enthusiasm, and it's the loss of interest in things. It's essentially giving up. And in our intro, we talked about social exclusion being treated unequally in society, and that inequality arises from different things. It's being denied the resources to meet your basic needs like housing, food, healthcare, and education. It's being denied economic opportunities such as access to jobs or finance to start up a business. It's being excluded from the decision-making processes that impact your immediate community or country, and it is lacking access to social interaction through social networks, for example, and these networks could provide you with emotional or financial support. So apathy is being denied all of these things and not caring anymore. It is accepting that you do not have access to these things and you are not going to do anything about it. It's being indifferent to the systems of injustice and inequality and lacking any kind of motivation to address this discrimination in any way. We're going to break for some music, and when we come back, we'll be discussing the purpose of apathy in society.
I am colorblind. Coffee black and egg white. Pull me out from inside. I am ready. I am ready, I am ready, I am taffy stuck and tongue-tied. Stutter shook and uptight. Pull me out from inside. I am ready, I am ready, I am ready, I am fine. I am covered in skin. No one gets to come in. Pull me out from inside. I am folded and unfolded and unfolding. I am color blind. Coffee black and egg white. Pull me out from inside. I am ready, I am ready, I am ready, I am fine. I am fine. I am fine.
Welcome back. So what is the purpose of apathy in society? Well, when we are apathetic, we know that the injustice is there, but we just don't care anymore. We accept our situation and we lack any motivation to change it. So when we are apathetic, the systems of oppression win and we lose. We accept that we are worthless, that we deserve the short stick that we drew, and we say yes to the systems of injustice. And we also say that it's okay to treat us the way that they do. We're going to break again for some music, and when we come back, we'll be discussing the impact of apathy.
Jumps in a week, bet you think that's pretty clever, don't you, boy? Flying on your motorcycle, watching all the ground beneath you drop. You kill yourself for recognition, kill yourself to never ever stop. You broke another mirror, you're turning into something you are not. Don't leave me high, don't leave me dry, don't leave me high, don't leave me dry. Conversation, you'll be the one who cannot talk. All your insides fall to pieces. You just sit there wishing you could still make love. They're the ones who hate you when you think you got the world all so style.
Welcome back. So what is the impact of apathy? Well, you don't need to look very far to see the impact of apathy. It's staring at us in the mirror. It's around our homes, and it's all over our marginalized neighborhoods. Most of the marginalized neglect themselves because they lack self-worth. So we feel bad about our weight, our health, how we look generally, but we have given up all hope in looking better or feeling better. We want to improve ourselves, we want to learn new things, we want a better job, but we have just accepted that these things will never be available to us. So we live in houses that are falling apart, where things are broken, but we are so overwhelmed that we just stop trying to make things any better. And that attitude of individual apathy arising from the way you look, your bad health, your dead-end job, all of that apathy spreads into our neighborhoods, and marginalized spaces are characterized by litter, pollution. They're just ugly, gray, and lifeless places. And that is because we have all given up on ourselves and we have given up on each other. We're going to break again for some music, and when we come back, we'll be discussing the last and most important part of this podcast, which is how to free ourselves from apathy.
How she listens. She says nothing of what she thinks. She just goes stumbling through her memories, staring out onto Grey Street. And she thinks, hey, how did I come to this? I've dreamed myself 1,000 times around the world, but I can't get out of this place. There's an emptiness inside her, and she'd do anything to fill it in. But all the colors mixed together to gray, and it breaks her heart. How she wishes it was different. She prays to God most every night, and though she swears He doesn't listen, there's still a hope in her He might. She says, I pray, all but they fall on deaf ears. Am I supposed to take it all myself to get out of this place? Oh, there's a loneliness inside her, and she'd do anything to fill it in. And though it's red blood bleeding from her now, it feels like cold blue ice in her heart. When all the colors mix together to gray, and it breaks her heart. There's a stranger speaks outside her door, says take what you can from your dreams, make them as real as anything. Oh, it'd take the work out of the courage, but she says please, there's a crazy man that's creeping outside my door. I live on the corner of Grey Street and the end of the world. Oh, there's an emptiness inside her, and she'd do anything to fill it in. And though it's red blood
Welcome back. So how do we free ourselves from apathy? Well, the answer is to be aware that apathy is an emotion. It's a feeling. It's not a fact. And what I mean by that is the circumstances that you are in can be changed. Apathy is thinking that you're defeated and that things are impossible to change, that the system is just too big and powerful to confront. And all of these things are illusions. They're not reality. Everything can be changed, and it starts with freeing yourself from apathy. It is taking everything that is weighing you down, everything that's making you feel worthless and powerless, and asking yourself, is this battle really already lost? It's lost. And I can guarantee that it is not lost. Because every battle needs to be won first in the mind, and then freedom outside of ourselves is bound to follow. So you may feel ugly because you are overweight and unhealthy, and you tell yourself that there is nothing you can do about it because you just don't have the money to join a gym or eat the right food or get the right kind of medical attention. And all of these things appear to be dead ends, but they're not. These dead ends exist only in your mind. There are so many free resources on the internet that can help you train at home, eat better, and make small changes to your lifestyle to improve your health. You can't fix everything right now, but when you change your mindset of apathy to a mindset of action, you do a little at a time, and that can amount to big changes in the long run. You can fix up your house a little, study part-time, save a little, and make small contributions to your neighborhood so everyone can benefit from living in a more hospitable environment. If all of us marginalized looked at life this way, we could collectively support one another and free ourselves from marginalization. If we did, we would have access to more resources. We would force the systems that deprive us of opportunities to give them to us. We would understand and utilize the systems of policy and decision making and start influencing those systems. We would build networks that bring marginalized issues to the forefront rather than languishing in the background. If you want to know how marginalization happens, just look around you. The process is simple. Someone told you at some point in your life that you are nothing, and they took everything from you. But the only reason you continue to live the way you do is because you believe that lie to be true. Apathy is being convinced of what someone else told you. So our question to you today is, when are you going to start listening to yourself? Thanks so much for joining us on this podcast on apathy, and we hope you'll join us again next time. Thanks and goodbye.